Good evening, folks, and welcome back from the time change. Like Phil said, we survived, kind of. I don't know, maybe? You be the judge. uh, we are starting a little bit later tonight because of the time change, and understandable. But guys, we got a great show lined up for you. We still have that beautiful 5% discount code if you guys want to spend over $1,000. Well, why not use it to save yourself another 5% off of that purchase? Now that purchases are going to be on Jackery products only, so this code will only work with Jackery products. So don't think that's going to work with other stuff, guys. Just won't happen. Now with it, of course, we also have that beautiful 240D package deal down there. You guys will have to use that discount code to get $129. Or if you don't use the code, it's going to be $169. Now, with that code, I'm going to actually, let's see if I can grab the code and kind of share you guys the code with you. You know what? Hey, you don't see nothing, all right, buddy? You don't see nothing. I'm not here. No, I'm not here. It's all in your imagination. Phil, only if you knew what it was taking me to get the cameras and everything to work tonight. Like, oh man, if I was pulling my hair out, I'd be like you, buddy. All right, guys, we're going to start off with the 240D, which is on that beautiful table, where then we're going to move on to the 300s, guys. We're going to show you guys a little bit of essential products for everybody. Now, what do I mean by essential products? Well, guys, we got a great lineup of every device that they kind of make, from essential smaller devices for those quick emergencies to running your whole home, your garages, your homesteads. Maybe you guys have a shop or a barn that you need to power up throughout a certain devices. Something like that, buddy. Something like that. And like I said, we're gonna start off with the 240D, and I'm gonna point something out tonight, guys. I messed up. I put the table really, really far away from me tonight, so I actually have to get up out of the chair to grab things. So since I'm doing that, I'm just going to grab a few of the smaller items, and we're going to start this off with the 240D so I don't have to keep getting up. Guys, we're going to talk about this 240D, this small, portable, mighty, little, beautiful powerhouse. You guys can get it $129 tonight with, of course, that discount code that we have for you. Now, the 240, of course, is 80,000 milliamps or 256 watt hours of power. It is a 4.4 pound package that can be carried around like a lantern if you guys wanted to. That cable that you are carrying it around from, and I am sitting here twisting it back and forth, is also your USB-C to USB-C cable. Now that cable is going to be included with it to charge this device or to charge other devices off of this device. With that being said, now you're going to see right here, of course, we do have that digital display with all of my beautiful little fingerprints all over it, if you guys look at the right angles, because I do use this device. Now with it, you're going to have a 100 watt USB-C output port, a 15 watt USB-C output port, and an 18 watt USB-C output port as well. You're going to have a 140 watt bi-directional USB-C. That means you guys can go inwards and outwards by charging this device. You're also going to have that DC plug connection as well. Now, with 240 watts of beautiful, beautiful piece, 256 watt hours technically, 80,000 milliamps, but 140 watt charging port means you guys can charge those MacBook Airs without an issue. You guys can charge your drone batteries. If Phil really wanted to have his Starlink going while he was traveling, he can have his Starlink connected up to this. Charging times will vary, ranging around about, I'm going to say 2.5 hours-ish at the minimum, guys. 2.5 hours is going to be your minimum charge point on this. And that's going to be like the 140 watts of bi-directional USB-C port with this. Now, if you're using your cigarette lighter adapter in your car to charge this, probably going to be about a 4-hour charge with that. Now, if you had a 100 watt solar panel, a little under 3 hours with this as well. So that's kind of cool with this. It's up at 70. Trevor, dude, it was 65-ish or 66 degrees here today. Phenomenal weather, but it's opening up potholes like you would not believe. Now, because you have the device at 4.5 pounds and at $129 if you use that code, you guys could charge your cell phones off of this, at least 12 cell phones without a problem. You guys could run your little LED lanterns without an issue. And like I said, if you wanted to use, of course, that Starlink Mini, guys, you probably get about 9 hours of runtime with the Starlink Mini. Maybe 16 10-watt Bluetooth speaker charges, 3 laptop charges, and all of those other variations. It's the nice bit of a portability with this one. I really do love this. It is an amazing, amazing, amazing piece. Yeah, I'm with Phil. It's dirty, disgusting. It's definitely, you know what, never mind. NTC, guys, this is actually a really cool piece. They did create this with what's called Therm Duro technology. And that's going to be your charging technology with this. And it's also going to be your Therm Duro technology and what temperatures it can run at. So, guys, down to -4 degrees all the way up to about 118 degrees, you should be able to use this without no problems. And that's the beautiful piece with this. Now, because it's got the NTC or the Smart Temperature Controller built in, you don't have to worry about things with this device. Small, portable, lightweight. Put it on a desk, take it on a go. Palm it in your hand and not have to worry about it. This is actually a really great piece if you guys are looking. So, I really like that. Now, I'm going to say it. I did not adjust the cameras for the new chair. I messed up. Now, because we talked about the 240D, which is like one of the better deals that they're having right now, we're also going to talk about the 300s. Now, the Jackery Explorer 300, of course, is one of their original devices, and this is coming in at $189 for you today. Now, this is a 7-pound power station. At 7 pounds of weight, you guys can take this on the go and pretty much be portableized. Just like the 240D, this is very lightweight, very capable of being taken everywhere. This one does have a fixed handle, though. This is original designing. Has their big, bright, beautiful Jackery logo. It's going to have a 12-volt 10-amp plug right on the front, guys. That 12-volt 10-amp plug is going to do well for you guys if you want to plug in like single-piston air compressors, air mattresses, and other devices of the sort. Still has that digital display. It's going to allow you to see the battery percentage. It's going to allow you to see your input and output. You're going to have 2 AC outlets. These are going to be your standard 3-prong American plugs right here. They're going to do 300 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 500 for you. Now with it, you're going to have a DC plug. This DC plug is going to allow you to, of course, charge this device off of a wall, off of a cigarette lighter in your car, off of course, solar panel connections. Now, off of that, you're going to have a 3.5-hour charge on a standard wall plug. You're going to have 2 USB-A ports and a USB-C port. The USB-C port is a 60-watt bidirectional port. Now, that port is going to actually allow you to, of course, charge at 60 watts. If you want to, you guys compare that 60-watt USB-C port with the wall port and have this charged in 2 hours, which is, I think, is great. They have a capability of dropping that charge time for you. 293 watt hours of power. That is enough power to play your Nintendo Switch for over 40 hours without an issue. It's also going to be enough time to allow you to charge over 15 DSLR batteries, over 15 to 16 camera or cell phones. You guys can do about 6 to 7 drone batteries, depending on if it's the Mavic Air, if it's the bigger ones. I don't know what to tell you guys. You guys could run a CPAP machine off of this for at least 6 hours. Now, what I'm going to say, though, if you use the CPAP machine with this, use the heated mask off. You're going to get the longer run times with that. You turn that heated mask on, and you're not going to get, a super, super long run time with this. Capabilities are definitely endless with this one. Nice, lightweight, portable. You guys could run your flat screen TV for over 4.5 hours. $189 for a 7-pound power station is a great deal. It's a phenomenal price point, very lightweight. You guys could turn it into a weight system if you guys want to do weights and stuff. And all of that other cool jazz. If you want to get it as a package deal, you guys can get the 300 with the carrying bag. The 300 with the carrying bag is going to be about $209. The carrying bag is, of course, going to be water resistant, dust proof. It's going to allow you to carry the cables, all the other utensils that you need, but also protects this beautiful little device. Now, this is a phenomenal product, and just like all of them, they have the silicone pads and all, of course, the beautiful bright orange coloring. airflow, and everything you need. This is a great essential quick emergency device. This would be great for like your kids going off to college, your kid going to summer camp or something like that. If you want to make sure that they have a little extra power boost, this would do well for those. Now you have the, like I said, you guys can get it with the carrying bag, not a problem, or you guys can get it with the 100-watt solar panel. If you want to get it with the 100-watt solar panel, this is a little over 15 pounds total weight package deal. You're going to have a 100-watt solar panel that's going to give you guys that great charge time, but it's going to have an amazing idea. $389 would be that package deal, though. So right there, guys, you're going to be spending a little bit, but you're getting this beautiful bi-directional bi-directional charging style device, or bifacial, I should say, but really great little package right here. So that's the 300s. Now I'm going to figure out why I feel like I'm sitting so low in this camera, and when I do that, we're actually going to change camera angles because, well, you know what? We're going to go to the table for you guys tonight. We're going to talk about some of these devices on the table. Now, the table looks a little bare because it took a few things off of it, but we're going to move down here. We're going to pop over here, and we're going to say, hey, James, you did something with your lighting. I did. I made it brighter in here. I made it a lot brighter. Now, I don't know if it's the best camera view of it, but this is, of course, the Jackery Explorer 1000 V2. Now, the Jackery Explorer 1000 V2 is 1,070 watt-hours of power. That's going to do very, very well for you. Now, with this, of course, I figured out why I was sitting so low. You're going to have a great product that's going to do really, really well. You're going to have 3 AC outlets that do 1,500 watts pure sine wave power. Can max at 300. You're going to have a flashlight that does 3 modes of lighting: low light, high light, SOS pattern. You're going to have the 12-volt 10-amp display on the side. You're going to have a 30-watt USB-C port, which I'm using right now. You're going to have a 100-watt USB-C port under it, which is, of course, going to allow you to power those higher power devices. Then you're going to have your 18-watt USB-A port at the bottom, which is an amazing little piece. Now, with that, of course, you have a lot of connectabilities. 1,070 watt-hours of power should allow you to run most of your devices around your house without an issue. Excluding some of the bigger pieces like your central AC and stuff like that. Now, yes, you guys could connect up 1,150 watt window AC into this. It would run off of that. Now, it wouldn't run for a long period of time, but you could do that with this. Now, your charge time on this device will vary. 2 hours standard quick charge mode is where you're going to be at with the 1000 V2. 2 hours. Now, if you want to, inside the app, and it does have app control, it can actually allow you to, of course, charge at a 1-hour charge mode in emergency situation charging. Now that means you're up and running, ready to go in those emergency situations. Now, you guys could also do solar panel charging. If you guys had a couple of the 200-watt panels, you'd have anywhere from 5 hours down, depending on how much panels you have connected up to this. And that's where it's going to kind of vary with this one. So if you, let's say you had 2 of the 200-watt solar panels, it's going to be around 2.5 hours at an 80% charge. So about 3 hours with, of course, for 100% charge is where you'll be at with that one. But it will work for you. Now, capabilities are going to be endless with this. It does have UL94V dash flame retardant shell, UL2743 drop protection, and will allow you to run, movie projectors, space heaters, of course, drone batteries, your phones. Your 200-watt desktop PC should be able to run about 6 hours off of this device. You guys could do about 12 hours with the heated blanket if you truly needed to. Maybe 23 hours with the house fan. If you want to use a 5-watt LED light bulb, go ahead and do so. You guys are going to have a long, long runtime. Now, could be used as a UPS or uninterruptible power supply. Uninterruptible power supply would be like, you plugged in your Wi-Fi router into this device. You have this device plugged into the wall. Your wall power loses power. It'll automatically kick over to 20 milliseconds, and you'll have a week runtime with your router. So, really great idea with that one. If you want to connect up your orbital sanders, your chainsaws, your circular saws, maybe 60 minutes or less is going to be your runtime with some of those devices. Your 40 watt mini fridge should give you over 14 hours of runtime without a problem. Your 100 watt refrigerators should give you, about 8 hours ish with the 100 watt one. So you'll do well with this without a problem. It's going to do a little bit more than some of the others. The cool part is it is only 20, I think it's like 24 pounds with this one, which is amazing to know because, I mean, at 24 pounds, it is still very capable of being carried around without an issue. And for having an essential device like this, to be able to carry around, move around in situations that normally wouldn't do, it's just going to do that. Yeah, oh yeah, it works, buddy. Oh, I know it works. Yeah, the 240D, that code, guys, it gets you guys that 240D portable at $129. It's like, I think it's $169, so you're getting a good deal with that $29 code, or $129 code. 1000 V2 by itself is $499. That's a 38% savings on this device. If you want to save a few bucks and get a solar panel with it, you guys could get the 1000 V2 and a 200 watt solar panel for like $779. I think that's still like a 40% savings. I think it's normally like a $1,300 package deal for that one. Now, I'm going to go here with you guys. All right, you guys can get the 200 watt panel and, of course, that 1000 V2 for $779. If you want to, though, and you guys want to have two separate 100 watt panels, it will cost you a little bit more at like $839, but they do have that option for you as well. So you would have two of those bifacial charging 100 watt solar panels, and you'd have this amazing little station and do really, really well with you. Now, I love these. LifePo 4 cells. This is going to last you a great time. If I needed to, I could probably, take them apart and, build battery for my car. I mean, what? Then just ignore me, guys. I'm joking around. Yeah, 1000 V2 is a phenomenal, phenomenal product. 3 different packages for you guys right there if you need to. Now, we're going to talk about one of their newer devices. We're going to talk about the 1500 Ultra. The 1500 Ultra is their very first water-resistant or waterproof device. Now, we're going to come back here to the table. Normally, you guys have a big black shadow, and you guys can't see these very well. We're talking about that bad boy right there in the middle. This is the 1500 Ultra. Now, the 1500 Ultra looks like an armored tank or the Batmobile conjoined with a Jackery power station. And that's the way I look at it. It's got all of those great essential designs of the Jackery power station, and then it's got that blockage to help protect it in, of course, the rain. Now, with this device, guys, you're going to get a great powerhouse. 1,536 watt hours of power. You're going to get the same USB-C ports and USB-A ports as the 1000 V2. So you're going to get a 30 watt port, 100 watt port, and of course that 18 watt USB-A port. You're going to get 3 of those beautiful 1800 watt, amazing American style 3-prong plugs. And I'm going to actually get up and show you guys those so you guys can see how this armor works. If you guys want to pop up in the cover, you'll be greeted with your ports. Now, this cover should be put back on when not in use, or at least set over the devices to help protect it from rain while you're plugged into these. It would be the same for the USB-C ports, guys. A 30 watt port, 100 watt port, 18 watt port. You're going to have that 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug on the side. Digital display, and of course solar panel connections and the wall plug. So you have all of the connections that you could ever want in a device like this. Literally turn on the power. Guys are going to have this beautiful screen pop up, show you the battery percentage, show you guys output, input. And these ones actually light up in white instead of bright green, which is, I think, really, really amazing. Another thing this was done with is it's made with Seismic 9, of course, shock resistance. So, guys, like a Seismic 9 earthquake should still be protected from this. And I love this. It's a very, very great product with this. Yeah, I do too. The industrial rugged look or the Batman style look is great. That means you guys could drop this at over 50 inches and not have a problem with this device, guys, whatsoever. Still made with Therm Duro technology. Your charge time is going to be about an hour and a half on this device. So standard hour and a half. Still has, of course, app control. So if you guys need to run the app, you guys could run app control on it. On the bottom is actually a housing with a fan. Now, the housing and the fan can actually be taken apart and cleaned out. So if you guys need to, you guys can actually do that. The fan situation with this one, I think, is really kind of cool. Now, IP65 waterproof is actually quite decent with this. The weight of this, so the weight of this one is about 38.5 pounds, almost 39 pounds. So it's still, I mean, it's a little bit heavier than the 1000 V2, but it is a lot lighter than like the 60 pound 2000 plus. It's going to be comparable weighted to, like, let's say the 2000 V2. Now, the reason the 1500 is about the same weight as, of course, the 2000 V2 is it's got more protections with the waterproofing in it and all of the other pieces. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, most definitely worth its weight in gold. Now, your charge times, like I said, about an hour and a half on the wall plug, 2.5 hours on 800 watts of solar panels. If you wanted to, guys, cigarette lighter, you can charge it that way. And all of those other variations with it as well. Now, take this camping, take it on the go, guys. Use it to run your portable fridges for camping and not have to worry about it. The capabilities on this one are definitely endless. Still can be used as a UPS, so you still have that beautiful UPS, piece on this. So you don't have to, worry about that as well. Using this device is actually kind of great. You guys could do like a 40 watt electric blanket for like 40 hours if you wanted to. You guys could run like a 9 watt DSLR battery, about 68 charges. You guys could do maybe 16 drone batteries. That's going to be like your 77 watt newer drones. Your Mavic Airs should get you a lot more charges than that on this one. Coffee makers, Bluetooth speakers, portable movie projector. Like your 100 watt movie projector should give you over 14 hours with this. So that's going to be your usage on that. Now, refrigerators, that's going to vary on the size of the refrigerator you're using. Let's say you guys have, a 100 watt refrigerator. You're going to get over 15 hours without an issue with that. Now, if you're using light bulbs, Wi-Fi routers, like your 5 watt light bulb, you're going to get over 40 hours, no problem. With, of course, your 27 watt lamps, 26 hours, and that's going to be like your newer LED style lamps. 50 hours with the Wi-Fi router, you guys could keep going. I mean, like your Starlink Mini should be able to run for about 50 hours as well. 3 hours with the angle grinder or, palm sander and stuff like that. So it's got endless ideas with this. It's the waterproof capabilities with this one that really, really makes it worth it. And at $999, it's normally $1,400. It's going to be like a 29% savings with that. If you want to step it up in size and go a little bit bigger, we have a package deal for you. It's going to be 2 of the 200 watt solar panels and this beautiful 3000. Now, the Jackery Explorer 3000 is another one of their newer power stations. Now, with this, you're going to have 3000 and, of course, beautiful 72 watt hours of power. 3072 watt hours of power and an amazing station right here. Now, unlike the others, this is going to weigh a little bit more. It does have handles on the side to carry it around, unlike the others. The others have like foldable handles and stuff. This one has the handles on the side. With this, you're going to have, of course, the 5 AC outlets on the front instead of 3. So you guys are moving to 5. 4 of those are going to be standard 3600 watts AC outlets. You're then going to have your TTR30 NEMA style plug above that. That's going to do 3600 watts of pure sine wave power as well. Can surge at 7200 if you need to. You're going to have 2 100 watt USB-C ports, 2 18 watt USB-A ports, and 1 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter adapter. On the side, you're going to have 2 80/20 solar panel plugs, and you're going to have an AC outlet to charge said device. Your charge time is going to be about 2.25 hours on a wall plug. So charging this inside your house is going to be about 2.25 hours is where you'll be. If you had, let's say, two 200-watt solar panels, which comes in this package, you're going to have 11-hour charge time with that. If you wanted to, let's say, had, 800-watt solar panels or 1,000, your charge time will drop at that. Got to put up Govee. Sure you do, buddy. Sure you do. Charging it, you guys can also do solar and wall plug together. It's going to give you guys under 2 hours of charging and runtime with that, of course, as well. Now, the 3000 can still be used as a UPS like the others. As a UPS, 20 milliseconds to switch over. Your 5-watt light bulb should be able to run 9 to 10 days off of this. Your 40-watt house fan, about 60 hours. Your Wi-Fi router is about 66 plus hours without an issue. Your refrigerator, a couple days. And that's going to be like your 100-watt refrigerators, your 200-watt refrigerators. Most of those don't stay running constantly. They kick on and off as they need to cool and, of course, all of the other stuff. Now, Charge Shield 2.0 is built into this, so you guys have that great life. You still have full app control, but will allow you to run more devices than what I said, like your electric ovens, your rice cookers, your coffee machines. You guys could do 60-watt house TV for 30 plus hours if you really wanted to. 36 laptop charges, maybe 100 cell phone charges. Your tablets, guys, maybe 60 charges with the tablet. It's going to be like a 12-watt tablet, though. Hand drills, table saws, portable ovens, drones, GoPro cameras. Guys, if you're doing your GoPro cameras, you're going to get about 300 charges with those batteries. If you're using the older style, like the 5-watt GoPro batteries, some of those pack a little bit more, so you just know it's going to change. Now, you guys will save quite a bit with this. It's a phenomenal product. $1,700 package deal. Normally, it's a $3,000 package, so you're saving 43%. You're getting this $3,000, and you're getting 2 solar panels at a great deal. Now, you guys could also get the 2000 V2, which is going to be down here on the table. It's the big brother to the 1000 V2, and it's actually the big brother to the 1500, but it is not waterproof like the 1500 Ultra. With this, you get that same flashlight as the 1000 V2 that does 3 modes of lighting. You're going to get 3 AC outlets that do 2200 watts of pure sine wave power, can peak at 4400. You're going to get the 12-volt, 10-amp cigarette lighter plug. You're going to get the flashlight. You're going to get, of course, the digital screen. You're going to get a 30-watt USB-C port and a 100-watt USB-C port. You're going to get, of course, the 18-watt USB-A port with this device. Price tag on this one's going to be about $1,500, but it will allow you to run a 200-watt desktop PC for at least 12 hours without no problem. Your 5-watt light bulb, about 64 hours of runtime. You should get about 70-ish cell phone charges at about 29 watts of those cell phones. 26 hours with the 200-watt refrigerator is going to be your runtime with this. Capabilities, 1 hour charge mode in emergency situations, 2 hours in standard charging, 5 hours with, of course, 2 200-watt solar panels, which is great. Now, if you need to, you guys can do solar and wall plug charging together in about a 50-minute runtime. Created with cell-to-body technology, this was the first one to have cell-to-body technology, which shrunk the size of the housing, made it easier to build the battery bank inside, which also made it quicker turnaround times with this. Now, still has that drop protection, still can be used as 20 milliseconds of UPS, and all of the fundamentally great options that come in a 2000 V2. Now, if you want to get the 2000 V2 with, of course, solar panels, you guys can get it at $1,299. You heard me correctly. You guys can get the device by itself for $1,499, or you guys can get it with 2 of the 200-watt solar panels for $1,300. It's a 19% savings, and it's kind of crazy, but they're kind of saying, hey, you guys should get the package deal. Let's see where we're going with this. You don't need the package deal? Get it. You guys can get the other one. Hey, Wiley, what's up, buddy? That title should have been set for me. I'm not sure why it's not. So 2000 V2, guys, great little piece, app controlled, runs everything you can ever want, and it weighs 39 pounds, so it's not too heavy. Now we're going to start talking about bigger power stations, but first we're going to say you guys can get the 3000 again by itself for like $12.99. So if you guys wanted to get that power station for $12.99, you guys could do it. That's a 48% savings. Amazing power station. Does really, really well. Now, we're switching cameras completely. We're going to go over into, of course, the other mode. We're going to talk about the bigger stations, the 3600 plus and the 5000 plus. We're going to start off at the 3600 plus. Now, you guys are going to notice that the camera is a little wonky tonight. Just bear with me. It was one of these days, all right? Just go on there. This device is 77 pounds. It weighs a little bit, and you guys can see that it has a handle. So if I want to have a handle, we can use the handle to roll it around like a suitcase. Now, by doing that, we're going to actually zoom on back. We're going to bring the camera down here. We're going to talk about the front housing. Now, when we go into this, you guys are going to see that this amazing, amazing little power station has 3,584 watt hours of power in an amazing 77-pound package. Now, in the front, you have a larger display than some of the others that we've shown. You're going to have that TTR30 NEMA-style plug. That does, of course, 3,600 watts of pure sound wave power. You're going to have 4 AC outlets that do, of course, 3,600 watts of AC watt power. 2 100-watt USB-C ports. 2 18-watt USB-A ports as well. With this, guys, you can peak at 7,200 if you need to. Your charge time will vary, about 2.5 hours on a wall plug. 4 hours is what your charge time will be with 1,000 watts of solar panels. You want to use those solar panels and the wall plug together, you guys will have about a 2-hour charge time as well. Because it's got almost 3,600 watt hours of power, you guys could run 1,150 watt window AC for about 3 hours. You guys could do your house washer or dishwasher about 5 hours, and that's a crazy, crazy amount of runtime with this. 5-watt light bulb, about 120 hours, or your 100-watt refrigerator, anywhere from 2 to 3 days. Your 200-watt refrigerator, again, about 2.5 days of runtime. Because it has a lot more going to it, when you flip it over to the side, you're going to have, of course, more ports of connectability. At the very bottom by that wheel is going to be your wall plug charging AC outlet port. Above that, it's going to be your 2 80/20 DC style solar panel plugs. Beside the solar panel plug is going to be your battery expansion port. That DC port will allow you to connect up to 5 batteries in total. You're going to have, of course, the beautiful AC outlet or adapter connector. That connection plug will allow you to connect up to a second machine or, of course, a manual transfer station to run circuits throughout your house or link up. Now, the other cool part with this is this device can have 5 batteries by itself or, of course, 10 with another system. 5 by itself is going to give you guys 21 kilowatts of power. With a second system and 10 batteries, you're going to have 42 kilowatts of power on said device. Now, connectability, expandability, lightweight. You guys can run your home off of this. You guys can run your office with this. You guys can run your shed, your garages. Maybe you guys will have a little wood shop. Maybe you have, of course, a little man cave or, whatever you guys call those things. I don't really know because I don't have one. But you guys can do that. And having the capability of allowing it to roll around and move with ease is really, really kind of cool with this. By itself, it's going to be $15.99. Guys, use that 5% discount code, save another 5% off of the top with the 3600 Plus. Now, if you want to get the 3600 Plus with, of course, solar panels, it's going to be $21.40. That's right, $21.39. I think it's like $21.39. You know what? I think this one was $21.39 just flat. Usually there's 99 cents for some reason. Now, with it, you're going to get this station and 2 of the 200-watt solar panels, which is a great, great idea with that. Now, if you don't need the solar panels, totally understand. That's why we gave you guys the option of the device by itself. If you really want to, and I'm going to always gear you guys towards this, get the whole package deal. You guys can get this the expandable battery, and 2 solar panels for $3,500. Normally it's like $5,700 with that. $3,500 before that 5% discount code. You're going to have an amazing station that will work out very, very well for your whole home. No issues with this device, and of course, moving it around is not a problem because you guys can literally wheel it like a suitcase. So you guys can see right here, it rolls just like a suitcase. When you're done, put the handle away, lock it up. You guys can lift it up if you need to. You guys can have no problems lifting that and having fun. Now, just like the 3600 Plus, the big brother, the 5000, can be rolled around just as easy. So you guys can see right here. I can tip the 5000, roll it to the front with no problems. It has the same handle that hides away in the back and the handles to lift it. So if you guys need to lift 130 pounds, you guys can lift 130 pounds. I mean, it's definitely capable of being there. With it, the 5000 is going to be the biggest station that they offer to date. Now, $3,000 is the price tag for this tonight by itself, which is actually a great deal. It's a phenomenal price point. Let's go here. Now, I'm going to bring you guys in a little bit closer, fix the camera. Let's bring you on up into the front of this device. The Jackery Explorer 5000 Plus power station is a crazy, crazy, beautiful power station in its own right, all by itself. Now, with it, on the front is going to be the first of the plugs. And I'm saying that because there are multiple sides to this device with multiple plugs. What I can also tell you is on Amazon, there is actually a clippable coupon that you guys can clip to get it at $26.99. If you guys want to clip that coupon as well, which is kind of great. So you guys can save $300 right off the top of that. With this bright logo, 12 volt 10 amp cigarette lighter plug, 100 watt USB-C ports on the opposite side, 18 watt USB-A ports under the 100 watt USB-C ports. The first of your AC outlets, you're going to have 4 of these. Now, these AC outlets do 7,200 watts of sine wave connectability. With this, you have 5,000 watt hours of power. It's 5,000 watts flat, guys. Now, your charge time on this will vary depending on what you're doing. You're going to have that nice large display. You're going to have full app control. So you can still use your app. You guys can control it and everything else with it you want with this. Now, you guys will be able to see inside the app control generation and consumption of solar, generation and consumption of your electric grid. You guys will be able to, of course, trigger this to run at, of course, certain times of the day. So let's say you guys wanted to run during like peak hours of your electric company where they charge you more. You guys could set it up to do that. With the Jackery Explorer 5000 Plus, capabilities are endless. You guys can connect it up to what's called a smart transfer station. They offer that as a separate piece. The smart transfer station has 12 individual circuits, which does need to be wired up to your house. Now, by doing that, you guys will actually wire it to your electric panel that's already in your home. If you don't have an electric panel, this will become your electric panel to run, like your cabin or vice versa, or maybe your little tiny home if you guys are only using that and not using standard power. App control is really, really great. Handles, capabilities, and of course spinning it around to see more ports of connectability. On the side of this, guys, you're going to see your first port. This is your AC expansion port. This is the port that's going to allow you to link to a second 5000 Plus or connect up to your smart transfer station. By connecting to your smart transfer station, you guys can charge this device at 4,000 watts of charging. Now, at 4,000 watts of charging, you're a little over an hour and a half charge time. It's slightly under 2 hours, but you're fully charged. You're ready to go with 5,000 watts of power. You're going to have 2 NEMA style plugs, a 14-30 and a 14-50. The NEMA style plugs, guys, are dual voltage charging. Now, what that means is you guys can actually charge the beautiful 120 watts of charging, or you guys can actually charge at 240 watts of charging. Now, 120 watts or 240 watts, guys, is a great charge time no matter what. Below those ports is going to have 4 individual AC resets, just in case you guys need a, you pop a AC reset, you guys can, or trip one, you guys can reset it down there without a problem. The likelihood of that happening, it can happen, but most likely that'll be due to, being hooked up to your electric grid, stuff like that. With it, of course, you guys can flip it to the opposite side. Of course, you guys see me fight this as I'm not trying to get up. But we're going to be greeted with more ports of connectability. At the bottom is going to be your DC expansion port. That DC expansion port is going to allow you to connect up to 5 batteries total. Yes, this is expandable, and we'll get into the expandability with this and, of course, the amount of power that it will happen. Above that is going to be your wall plug or AC outlet charging port. Now, that wall plug or AC outlet charging port is going to allow you to charge at 3.5 hours or at 1,800 watts of charging capability. Then you're going to have this beautiful panel, which I'm going to rip off here because, well, I broke it for you guys on purpose for all these shows. You're going to have your 80/20 DC plugs. The 80/20 DC plugs on the 5000 only charge at 1,200 watts of charging, guys. Unfortunately, that's going to be about a 5-hour charge time, about 5.5 hours. If you want to, though, flip this beautiful switch right here, which I can't do with that hand. Flip it over, and then you can connect up to high power solar array through these beautiful plugs. Now, by connecting that and charging on the high power solar array, you'll have 4,000 watts of charging yet again with that. Now, 4,000 watts of charging, that is under 2 hours of charge time, a little over an hour and a half, and you have 5,000 watt hours of power. Now, that is meant for your large solar arrays. So, for those of you that have the huge solar arrays on the top of your houses, your garages, your garages, your sheds, whatever you have it on, the rotating device out in the yard, 4,000 watts is what this will accept. Now, you could connect it to a larger array that has like 6,000 watts. It's only going to accept at 4,000 watts with this. Now, $3,000 is the price tag with this, but what could you run off of this? Now, it still has LiFePO4 cells. It's got multiple forms of protection, 5-year warranty, shock resistant, fire resistant, cell to body capacity in this, and of course, quick charge times. This one actually allows you to run at 0 milliseconds of UPS switchover. That means if you guys actually lose power, it will keep all your devices running without a problem as long as you're connected into this. You do have to switch that on through the app, though, for that, or be connected up to your transfer station, the smart transfer station. Prioritizing solar or off-peak charging, which is actually great with the 5000. It's a phenomenal piece. Now, capabilities and expandabilities. The device itself should allow you to run 1150 watt window AC for over 4.5 hours. You guys could run your central AC, which is like a big device, for like a couple hours off of this by itself. Your house dryer should be able to run for about 3 hours off of this. 2 to 2+ days with your flat screen TV. Your refrigerator will vary because not every refrigerator is the same power. Minimum, guys, multiple days with the 100-watt refrigerator, which is great. If you need to, though, add 5 batteries. And by adding 5 batteries, you're going to have 30 kilowatts of power. The moment you have 30 kilowatts of power, that should be enough power to run your home for at least 7 to 7.5 days by itself. Connected to a second 5000 plus and 10 batteries, and you guys will have 60 kilowatts of power. That's a minimum of 15 days of running your standard appliances. If you're using this to run your whole home, you will have to input solar and output, input and output charging with this. It's going to take a little bit. Your run times will vary, so you may need a large solar array or run off your electric grid and all that other stuff. By itself, it's $3,000. It's a 30% savings, but remember, we got that discount code for you as well. If you want to, though, you guys can get it as a package deal with the 500X solar panel. That is their largest solar panel that they offer. Now, they do offer, different solar panel styles like that you want, but the 500X is a large panel. $42.29, I think, is the price tag of that. Should be about a 19% savings before you use that 5% discount code. But the 5,000 guys, this is their largest and most amazing station that they offer. Of course, 3,600 is a good run-up as well. Now, if you want to, though, we can actually pop cameras back. We can go all the way to the top. We can talk about the 500. The Jackery Explorer 500 is a 13-pound power station that is portable, capable of being taken on the go. $298.99 is the price tag today, normally a $500 price tag. It's a 40% savings for you. With 518 watt hours of power, guys, you guys can actually have it charged in about 5 hours on a wall plug standard charging. Digital display, light bulb on the side, 3 USB-A ports, 3 DC input ports or output ports, 1 DC input port on the front. Only charges at 100 watts though, and that's where you're based with this. The 500 watt AC outlet or wall plug, guys, will will allow you to run devices at 500 watts, or you guys can peak at 1,000 if you need to. Charging it is going to be a minimum of 5.5 hours on a wall plug. If you had the 100 watt solar panel, 7.5 hour charge time. This should allow you to run your CPAP machine for at least 9 hours. Your mini cooler is about 9 hours, 7 hours with your flat screen TVs. Over 18 cell phone charges, no issues with this. And that's the great piece with that. Change? So it's a phenomenal piece, guys. Great little option, amazing little stuff. And Wiley, I see what you said. Justin just wrote me too and said all the titles are off. And I changed it like a couple times and it's just not sticking for me. By itself, guys, it is a great option. Get it with the 100 watt solar panel. If you guys want the 500 with the 100 watt solar panel, it's going to be about $459. It's still about a 43% savings, which is great with that. If you want to, though, they also have that newer one, which is great. All right, I don't know. I'm not sure, Justin. All right, with it, of course, they do have a newer power station, the 500 V2. So with it, of course, guys, you guys can get the 500 V2. The 500 V2 is a newer one. Let's see if we can get this to show right here. This is a nice portable 12-pound power station, 512 watt hours of power, 2 AC outlets on the front that have 500 watts per sine wave. Can peak at 1,000 if you need to. 100 watt USB-C port, 30 watt USB-C port, 18 watt USB-A port. Flashlight that does multiple modes of brightness, and of course that beautiful 12 volt 10 amp DC plug. This, of course, is another newer station. I do have this coming to me, I believe, in the next few weeks or so. So we should be able to show this live at some point, which would be amazing for you guys. The 500 V2 is going to be approximately $358.99. So if you guys need, definitely check that out. It's a phenomenal product. Now, we also have the 2000 Plus, which is on the table here. It's another big power station. You guys can see it kind of dwarfs the other ones on the table. That's 2042 watt hours of power with that one, which is great. You guys, of course, can get it by itself with 2 solar panels, or you guys can get it as the 4000 kit. Now, I'm going to talk about the 4000 kit. The Jackery Explorer 4000 kit is going to be the station and the extra battery and 2 of the 200 watt solar panels. The kit means you now have 4,085 watt hours of power. You're going to have 5 AC outlets that do, of course, 3,000 watts of pure sine wave power. One of those AC outlets is, of course, that TTR30 NEMA plug. Can peak at 6,000 if you need to. 200 watt USB-C ports, 2 18 watt USB-A ports, and a 2-hour charge time on a wall plug. If you had 6 of the 200 watt solar panels, you would have a 2-hour charge time on the device itself. You can connect 6 solar panels to, of course, the battery as well. So you guys have the connectability, the expandability with this. Now, $2,619 is going to be the $4,000 or the 4,000 plus kit. So the Jackery Explorer 4000 kit, $2,619 before that 5% discount code. Phenomenal product. It's enough by itself to allow you to run a 200 watt desktop PC for like 12 hours. Add that extra battery, and you guys will have at least 24 hours of runtime with your PC. If you want to run a MIG welder or a welding machine or table saws, it can run all of that. It can connect up to a manual transfer station and run circuits off of your home as well. Connect up to your RV, your motorhome through the TTR30, and of course power through on out. Guys, the 4000 kit is an amazing little product that's going to do very, very well for you if you need. Now, we have some solar panels to show you guys. First and foremost is going to be the 40 watt Air. Now, I don't have the 40 watt Air to show you guys. I have the Mini 40. It's almost identical except for the 40 Air is a bifacial charging style device. Now, you're going to get a beautiful solar panel, guys, at $119. That's going to do an amazing efficiency, even with, of course, the bifacial charging. So your guys' device will kind of, it would be like you have panels on both sides, but it's going to be very, very well done. Of course, I just magnetically shut it, snap it, closed. But great little option, $119. This would work on the 100 plus, the 240s, the 240D, the 300, the 300 plus, even the 500s if you wanted to. It's just a nice, small, and portable little solar panel. If you want to step it up, though, you guys can get the bifacial 100 watt solar panel. Now, this, of course, is coming in at $200 today, guys. This is an amazing little piece. Normally, it's a $300 price tag. It's going to have the beautiful little kickstands right here, guys. These kickstands are actually really, really well done. They Velcroed on. They'll allow you to sit at a 25-degree angle. When you're at a 25-degree angle, it means you guys are going to get the perfect reflective charging at full charging. Fabric handles that, of course, are snapped and on there with a nice riveting. Of course, riveted on snap rings. You're going to have your front blue side that's going to get the reflective charging. This is what's going to face the ground. So all the light that bounces back on it will get the reflective charge. On the inside is going to be the main charging style panel, monocrystalline solar cells. But it is a very, very long panel. You guys can see this. Over 60 inches long without a problem. Fully waterproof, water resistant for harsh and wet weather. This will work on every power station they offer, from the 100 all the way up to the 5,000. If you put it on the 5,000, though, it's going to take a long time to charge. Just going to go there unless you had multiple of these linked up. Will come with the 10-foot cable. It's going to have, of course, the 8020 and 7909 adapter on it. The cables do usually come with a USB-C to USB-A port on there, so you guys can use the solar panel by itself to charge a cell phone or laptop. Paired up with the power station, you guys are going to have an amazing piece of technology. Now, if you don't need the 100-watt panel, which I get it, sometimes it can happen. Sometimes you don't need a 100-watt panel, right? Maybe you need a 200-watt panel. Well, Jackery offers a 200 200 might be that option for you. Now we have a couple more panels to show you guys. First is going to be the 100 Prime. The 100 Prime is a fully tempered glass panel. Tempered glass, guys, it is of course breakable. Just be careful with it. It's a glass panel. First, I'm going to move the other 100-watt panel that we are going to be showing in a minute. Let's grab this. This is your tempered panel. Now, it is a large panel. You guys can see right here, fully metal housed all the way around, reflective charging. So it is still a bifacial charging with this. You guys have a glass fixed panel. This does need to be kind of cautious and, don't kind of break it. Metal housing all the way around, which is great, nice and durable. On the back of this, you guys are going to have 12 individual pre-drilled holes for your mounting essential hardware. Does come with the mounting essential hardware. You're going to get 8 self-tapping screws. You're going to get 4 nuts and bolts with washers. You're going to get, of course, 4 Z brackets, all included with this panel. So the 100 Prime does come with that. It's got a permanently attached 10-foot cable. The 10-foot cable does have an Anderson clipped end. On the end of that, it's going to come with either an 8020 or 7909 adapter, depending on the kit you get. If you guys buy it as a kit. By itself, you'll get both adapters, so you guys will have both plugs. Don't have to worry about it. So that's the cool piece with this, guys. Fully waterproof, water resistant. Set it at a 25-degree angle, and you guys can actually get that great charging. If you don't set it at a 25-degree angle, you guys can lay it flat. It's nicely thinned. It's acceptable. Put it on the roof of your house, your motorhome, your makeshift RVs, and all of those other pieces, and you guys can use it without a problem. Just be like me and be a little bit cautious. Of course, I've dropped it a few times. By luck, never broke anything. Price tag on that one is going to be, you know what? I'll give you guys the price tag on that. I think it's like $229 for that. It's like a 23% off of this. Now, their newest little one, the newest 100-watt panel that we're going to talk about, the last panel, is going to be the 100 Lite. Now, the 100 Lite solar panel is going to be their most thinnest solar panel that you're going to see. It is so thin, it's probably as thin as a piece of cardboard, honestly. It's got a 10-foot cable that is flat. So it has a flat wound cable. It's very flat, so you guys can staple it, put it down there and connect it up, hide the runs with this. Anderson clipped in just like the other one. 8020 or 7909 adapter. This weighs nothing. It's a 4-pound solar panel. Bifacial charging, so you guys still have that blue side. The blue side's going to give you guys that reflective charging off of this. So remember, if you ever set this up, blue side down, black side up. Snapped pressed rings so you guys can tie it around, or you guys use 3M adhesive tape to stick it down. Now with this, of course, it's still fully waterproof, water resistant with the IP68 rating, but it is their very first bendable panel. Now, it bends in one direction. Do not bend it in the other. It's only going to bend like this. So you have a 221-degree bendable angle with this. So that means you guys can bend it to your balconies, your rooftops, your RVs, and all of those other pieces. It is not meant to bend this way, all right? Now, technically, yes, you guys can kind of bend it 220 degrees this way if you guys need to get a curve the front way or the curve the back way. So it is bendable with this, which is I really love. 100 watts of charging capability, 25% efficiency in converting light to power and low light settings. Portable, lightweight, but this, of course, is a great, great piece. And it makes an amazing sound when you're flopping it around. I'm just one of those rare people. So that's the 100 Lite, guys. This is an amazing little panel. I love that panel, honestly. Now, remember, there's also that beautiful 240D at $129 if you guys use that discount code that we have for you guys for the Camping Essential piece. Now, let me share that one more time with everybody on these channels. Now, with that, guys, that's the end of our show. We will be back next Monday night again with another beautiful show and a bunch of these amazing products. If you haven't, hit the follow button. Guys, it costs you nothing to hit the follow button. When you hit that follow button, you guys can hit the live notification button. By doing that, it will tell you guys when we go live over here, when we do these amazing shows. With that, I want to appreciate everybody for being here. We hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday evening. And we'll see you guys on the next show. Have a good night, everybody.